is a deep understanding, a series of fundamental truths that, once understood and applied, can drastically alter the trajectory of a life. It is not hidden knowledge reserved for a select few, nor a complex formula requiring years of academic study. It is something more practical, more intimate, woven into the very fabric of how we were designed. It resides in daily choices, in the disciplines we cultivate, waiting to be activated. From the beginning of time, these principles have been available, guiding those willing to listen toward an existence of purpose, meaning, and fulfillment. However, in the hustle and bustle of modern life, absorbed by the urgent rather than the important, many of us have disconnected from these fundamental truths, settling for a fraction of what we could be. Perhaps you have felt that restlessness, that persistent feeling that you are made for something more. Maybe you look at your life and although everything seems fine on the surface, there is an inner emptiness, a lack of clear direction. Or perhaps you made decisions based on popular opinion, on what the world considers successful, only to find they left you unsatisfied, disconnected from your essence. These are not signs of failure. They are invitations. They are whispers of your unrealized potential, reminding you that there is a different way to live, one aligned with your original design. It is a constant dialogue between who you are now and who you were created to be. A dialogue we often ignore out of fear or distraction. This potential is not released by accident or by passively waiting for circumstances to change. It is activated through deliberate habits, conscious practices that shape our character and direct our energy. Every time you choose comfort over discipline, instant gratification over long-term investment, you move one step further away from your destiny. This disconnection not only limits your external achievements, but also erodes your inner peace, affects your relationships, and prevents you from experiencing the fullness for which you were created. Imagine your life is fertile ground full of seeds of greatness. Those seeds are your inherent potential. But seeds alone do not produce a harvest. They require cultivation. They need to be planted in good soil, watered consistently, protected from weeds, and exposed to adequate light. Habits are the cultivation process. They are the daily actions that nourish those seeds and allow your potential to flourish. Most people settle for leaving their ground fallow, hoping something will grow on its own, following the easy, well-trodden path. But true growth, the true harvest, occurs when you dare to work the land, to deliberately cultivate the habits that will unleash the life within you. One of the first and most crucial habits that transformed my perspective was starting each day with intention. Before demands of the world flood your mind, before you react to others' agendas, take possession of your morning. It's not just about waking up early, but about waking up to your purpose. Dedicate those precious moments to connecting with your Creator, to aligning your spirit with your assignment for that day. Ask yourself, why am I here? What must I accomplish today that brings me closer to my vision? This act of consecrating your day sets the tone, anchors you in your identity, and gives you a compass to navigate the inevitable distractions. When purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. We abuse our time, our energy, our opportunities when we do not operate from a clear sense of daily purpose. Inseparable from this is the habit of managing your body as the temple it is. Your body is the physical vehicle through which you fulfill your purpose on earth. Neglecting it is sabotaging your mission. How can you lead, innovate, serve with excellence if you are constantly fatigued, sick, or lacking energy? Prioritizing your health through conscious nutrition, regular movement, and adequate rest is not a matter of vanity. It's a matter of responsible stewardship. You don't need extreme measures, but consistency in small, healthy choices. Are you fueling your body for vitality or merely satisfying momentary cravings? Are you moving it to strengthen it or allowing it to atrophy? Remember, your physical potential is the foundation of your ability to manifest your vision. You cannot give your best if you are not at your physical best. Next comes the deliberate cultivation of an attitude of gratitude. It's easy to get caught up in what's missing, in problems, in comparisons. But gratitude shifts the focus. It's consciously choosing to recognize and appreciate the abundance that already exists in your life, even amidst challenges. Take a moment each day, perhaps in the morning or before sleep, to list what you are grateful for, from the biggest blessings to the smallest details. Gratitude doesn't deny the reality of difficulties, but it prevents you from being defined by them. It opens your spirit to receive more because it tunes you into the frequency of provision and goodness. Gratitude turns what we have into enough and more. It pulls you out of the pit of complaining and elevates you to a perspective of possibility and contentment. With a grateful heart and a focused mind, the next essential habit is setting clear goals aligned with your purpose. A vision without goals is just an illusion. Goals are the steps that take you from where you are to where you were called to be. But not just any goal will do. They must be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound smart. And most importantly, they must resonate with your fundamental purpose. A life without defined goals is like a ship without a rudder, destined to wander aimlessly. Each day, identify the priority actions that will move you closer to your goals. Write them down, review them, act on them. This isn't just task management. It's intentionally steering your life toward the fulfillment of your potential. Don't let urgent trivialities steal the time meant for activities that truly propel you toward your destiny. The journey toward Your maximum potential requires an unwavering commitment to continuous learning and growth. The day you think you know it all is the day you begin to die intellectually. The world is constantly changing, and to lead and thrive, you must be a lifelong learner. Dedicate time each day to nourish your mind. Read books that expand your thinking. Listen to teachings that challenge your assumptions. Seek out mentors who inspire and hold you accountable. Invest in your personal and professional development. The greatest enemy of progress is ignorance. Knowledge is the key to unlocking your potential. Don't settle for what you already know. Stay curious. Ask questions. Seek wisdom. The more you learn, the more capable you become of solving problems, innovating, and leading effectively. A habit that drains potential faster than almost any other is procrastination. It's the subtle art of putting off what's important, of giving in to fear, laziness, or lack of clarity. You must declare war on procrastination by understanding its root. Often, we procrastinate because the task seems overwhelming, because we fear failure or even success, or because we aren't connected to the why behind the task. Overcome procrastination by breaking large tasks into manageable steps, focusing on starting rather than finishing, and constantly reminding yourself of your purpose. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Cultivate the self-discipline to do what you ought to do, when you ought to do it, whether you feel like it or not. Every time you overcome inertia and take action, you strengthen your character and build momentum. We are relational beings, and the quality of our lives is intrinsically linked to the quality of our relationships. That's why the habit of building and nurturing significant relationships is vital. Surround yourself with people who lift you higher, who challenge you to be better, who share your values and support your vision. Be intentional about cultivating these connections. Invest time, listen actively, offer support, and be a source of encouragement. At the same time, be wise to discern and limit the influence of relationships that drain you, discourage you, or pull you away from your purpose. You cannot soar like an eagle if you spend your time scratching with chickens. Choose your inner circle carefully, because they will shape your thinking, your habits, and ultimately your destiny. Seek relationships that are mutually beneficial, built on respect, trust, and shared growth. In our fast-paced, distraction-filled world, it's easy to live on autopilot, disconnected from the present moment. The habit of practicing mindfulness and reflection is crucial for maintaining perspective and inner connection. Take time each day to quiet your mind, to be present in the here and now. It could be through prayer, meditation, or simply moments of stillness where you observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment. Reflection allows you to process your experiences, learn from your mistakes, celebrate your victories, and ensure that your daily actions remain aligned with your values and long-term vision. An unexamined life is not worth living because you risk living by default rather than by design. The reflective pause is where wisdom is distilled from experience. Your physical environment has a significant impact on your mental and emotional state. A chaotic space often leads to a cluttered, chaotic mind. Therefore, the habit of maintaining order and excellence in your surroundings is more important than many realize. This isn't about obsessive perfectionism, but about creating an atmosphere that fosters peace, clarity, and productivity. Keep your home, workspace, and possessions clean and organized. Get rid of the unnecessary, that which no longer serves your purpose. External order reflects and reinforces internal order. When you manage your environment with excellence, you are declaring that you value quality, discipline, and peace. You create a space where your spirit can thrive and your mind can focus on what truly matters. Finally, the habit that binds all the others together and ensures their long-term effectiveness is consistency. You can have the best intentions, the most brilliant plans, and the most powerful habits, but without consistency, the results will be sporadic and limited. Real transformation comes not from occasional bursts of effort, but from the steady, persevering application of these principles, day after day, week after week, year after year. The secret of your success is not found in your intensity, but in your consistency. There will be days you fail, days you don't feel like it, days you doubt. The key is not to quit. Get back up, readjust, and keep going. Consistency builds character, generates confidence, and over time produces extraordinary results. It is the unwavering commitment to the process that will lead you to your destination. These 10 habits are not mere suggestions. They are life principles that have stood the test of time. They are the tools the Creator has given us to unearth the treasure of potential He deposited within each of us. You were designed for greatness, not mediocrity. Mediocrity is a region bound on the north by compromise, on the south by indecision, on the east by past thinking, and on the west by a lack of vision. Refuse to live there. You have a unique assignment, a purpose only you can fulfill. Integrating these habits into your life requires a decision. It requires you to take responsibility for your growth. It requires you to stop blaming circumstances or other people and start managing your own life according to kingdom principles. You are not a victim. You are a steward, a leader in potential. You are responsible not only for what you do, but also for what you don't do with the potential given to you. Perhaps you think it's too late, that you've made too many mistakes, that the gap between where you are and where you want to be is too wide. Let me assure you, your past does not have to dictate your future. Your decisions today determine your tomorrow. No matter where you are now. You can start applying these principles today. You cannot become what you need to be by remaining what you are. Change is the prelude to growth. Embrace the challenge. Step out of your comfort zone, because that is where your true expansion lies. Always remember this fundamental truth. The wealthiest place on the planet is not the oil fields or the diamond mines. It is the cemetery. It is full of unrealized potential, unexecuted ideas, unwritten books, unpursued dreams. Do not let your potential end up there. The world desperately needs the unique gifts you carry within. It needs your leadership, your creativity, your passion. Don't overwhelm yourself by trying to implement all these habits perfectly overnight. Choose one or two that resonate most with you right now. Commit to practicing them consistently for the next 30 days. Build on that success. Be patient, but persistent. Celebrate progress, not perfection. This is your moment. The decision is yours. You can continue living below your privilege, settling for less than what you were created to be. Or you can make the courageous choice to cultivate these habits, unleash your potential, and live a life of purpose, passion, and lasting impact. Choose wisely. Choose to live fully. Choose to become the person you were always destined to be. The journey begins now.